What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough win for them boys, 121-106 in Utah. Lost to the Utah Jazz tonight. Jalen Brunson, 23 points, 8 assists. OG Anunoby, but led the way with 27 points. Big Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns, 16 points and 16 rebounds. This was a terrible night. Terrible night for this team. Terrible night. It just was a bad night, man. Bad night. And you know, it's bad because, you know, this league is tough, man. This league is tough. This league is tough. This league is tough. And you cannot go into a building of a team that's tanking, basically, to get Cooper Flag and just play terrible. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. You can't have a game like this against a team like this. You just can't. But see, this is where this team has got to grow. This is the growth. But it's a well-known fact that Utah is tanking. A well-known fact. They're not trying to win games. And they were actually trying to throw away this game in the third quarter. Knicks made that big push in the third quarter. They cut the lead down to 2. But they just could not finish the game at all. I don't care what the stats say. Brunson did not play well. Mikal Bridges did not play well. It just was a terrible game altogether, man. You see the stats right there. You see the stats. We shot 39% from the field. They shot 51% from the field. We shot 30% from 3, 17 from 51. They shot 50% for 3. I believe 55% from 3, 19 for 34. They out-rebounded us. They got more assists than us. I mean, they just. I don't want to curse on here, but I'm on the borderline of saying that. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for the boys, 121-106. This league is tough, man. This league is tough. You even had a guy like Colin Sexton coming out. How much? I think Colin Sexton had. What, he had 24? How much did Colin Sexton have, man? LV's upset. Colin Sexton had 25, man. He had 25. He was like 6 for 8 for 3. When did Colin Sexton start knocking down threes? When did that start happening? This game just shows you how tough it is to win in this league. It's extremely, extremely tough. And I think for the first time, I think we started to read our clippings and started to take this team lightly. And I think we did not come into this game locked and loaded. We did not. And look, we got beat in every aspect of the game tonight. Right? I did a short on how well we were offensively and how we were the best offensive team in the league. And look, that's the ball game right here. They look like us tonight. 51% from the field. Like I said, they shot 55% from 3, man. They even got on the glass. They had 52 rebounds. We had 40. I mean, you see the stats right there, man. And I just think that when you go into this league on the road, especially in a place like Utah, we got Denver Monday, like all them places are tough to win, man. Like Sacramento, Portland, them places are tough, man. It's not easy to win on the road, especially an East Coast team. It's really, really tough. And I thought tonight we did not come ready to play. Phoenix, we came ready to play. Tonight, we did not come ready to play. At all. And, you know, I don't really like, I don't really like 2 days off like that, man. See that 2 days off? Even Towns, after the game against Phoenix, he's talking about he's going to go play golf. Like, all that stuff, like, that can't happen, man. That just can't, because you can easily lose focus like that. Easily lose focus. And I felt that that's what it was tonight. That's what I thought. I thought Bridges, this was probably his worst game. He did not play well at all tonight. At all. His shot wasn't really falling. You understand, Bridges was terrible tonight. He was 3 for 15 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3. 3 rebounds. Well, -1 and only 7 points. He was terrible tonight. Terrible. And all together, man, I just thought the team played bad altogether. I thought Cam Payne played really well. He's looking exceptional off the bench. And OJ Anunoby came to play tonight. He was good. He had 27 points. Cam Payne had 11 minutes. He played 31 minutes tonight. He had 11 points. He had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. I actually think he played way better than that. I think the stats are they're not really showing the real impact that he had. You know, him and Sims actually too. Sims played well tonight too. Those two coming off the bench really kind of got us back in the mix here. And I thought defensively, man, we just collapsed tonight, man. Collapsed. And I thought at moments we played really good defense. I thought at moments we played well. But I thought also too was moments where you could tell, man, we just took this team lightly. We didn't come into it with enough fight. I don't think we were ready to go. They were ready to go. Right? And it was two opposites, right? They were coming off a 4-game losing streak on the road. We were coming off a 4-game winning streak. So you saw the tale of two teams. You saw a team that really wanted to get after, really wanted to get a win. Then you saw a team that just felt like they could just roll out there and just get a W tonight, and that's not what happened. But that second unit, they came out with a lot of fight, a lot of energy, and I thought they started playing better and got us back in the game. But that first unit just didn't have it, man. Only person that had it was OG Anunoby. That's it. Even Brunson numbers, even though it says 23 and 8, he didn't have it tonight at all. A couple of times he knocked down shots, but his decision-making was off. Cat's numbers are solid, but he didn't really shoot well. Like I said, we shot 39% from the field, but really 33% from 3, man. And this is how this league is, man. This league is tough, man. You know, you're going to have nights where, you know, you're not going to have it offensively, but you got to be able to bring it defensively. And that's where they got to get better. That's where they got to get better. And believe it or not, that's where, you know, in some ways, you got to kind of lean into the coaching piece, man, because they got to be ready to go, man. You got to have these guys ready. Even though they are pros, they're getting paid millions of dollars. I get it. You got to still coach these guys to have them mentally prepared and ready to win on the road in the league. In the league. Now, this is the third time the Knicks have gotten basically outclassed by a team that they should beat, man. The Rockets, the Hawks, and now the Jazz. Like, they should beat those teams, man. Easy. But this is where I say, like, they're still trying to figure out how to win with the squad. And that's why I think, you know, I think the ceiling this year will be Eastern Conference Finals. I think outside of that will be a stretch because they still got to learn how to win. They still got to learn how to really come up in big moments in certain games. Like, perfect example, when they made that push tonight and they cut the lead down to 17, right? I felt that was the moment where a really good team takes over the game after that. Like a team that's ready. Like if this was like a Boston or even a team like Orlando, of course, the Warriors, you know, teams that have been together a lot longer, right, that know how to win, they would have pulled this game out and pretty much won the game. Right? So what this game tells you, you know, on top of the Rockets game and on top of the Atlanta game, you got to come ready to play in this league, man. You can't take no days off. Because even the one guy that came off the bench that was knocking down threes, what was his name? Zhu Zhang or something like that. Brunson was guarding him. He was like 4 for 7 from 3. He was knocking down threes. Like, I was like, yo, who is this guy, man? They were 19 for 34 from 3, man. 55% from outside the arc, man. It was amazing shooting night for them. But this is what happens when you come ready to play and another team is just not ready to play at all. My main coach says we didn't come to win, right? We came to be handed a game. Agreed, coach. Agreed. And in this league, you can't have that happen, man. You can't have that happen. And I think, once again, I think they're still trying to figure out how to win and the things that they need to do to win in this league, like when you're playing against teams like this. Because, once again, this league is so good. There's so many good players. I don't care who's at the end of the bench. These guys are nice. You got to respect these guys. So you have a guy like Zhu Zhang. It was Juzag. Zhu Zhang. I'm sorry. LV trying to sound it out. He was lighting them up. So that tells you, like, yo, these dudes are still NBA players, man. And with that being said, as bad as the Knicks played, they still had a chance to win this game in the third quarter. With a team that's basically trying to tank. They've made it clear that that's what they're trying to do. Coach didn't play bigs when we were getting bullied. You know what? That's a good point, man. You know, I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to keep his lineup fresh. But to your point, Coach, I think this was a time where he really needed to come in and switch up some things because Kessler was really causing some ruckus down there, and Marketing was doing what he wanted. That catch and shoot three, Marketing was money tonight from three. What was Marketing tonight, man? Look at the stats real quick. Marketing was 11 for 15. He was 5 for 8 from three, man. 5 for 8 from three. He was getting busy. He was lighting it up. And I think that when you know, once again, man, you got to come ready to play, man. You got to come ready to play. And I don't think they were ready to play tonight at all. Rondo, what up, LV? We were sleepwalking tonight, right? I think it's the elevation. Pain brought the energy. You know what? Listen, man, you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. That's why I said, like, it's up to the coach to kind of get these guys ready. Like, if I was him, I wouldn't have flown out late from Phoenix. I would have flown out earlier to Utah to get them ready. Like, because Utah is a tough place to go to. It's in the mountains, man. Same thing. Remember, right after this, they go to Denver. So if anybody paid attention in school, knows the maps. Utah's right next to Denver. So Salt Lake City is like northern part of Utah. It's like close to Denver. So they're basically like still high in the mountains. So that altitude is no joke. So hence, you know, why I used to call, you know, if anybody knows football, they used to call, I think they still call it like, you know, with the Denver Broncos, they call it mile high because you're basically a mile off the ground. So you got to get used to that altitude, man. That is tough to deal with as a player. So it's an adjustment that you got to go through. You got to get your body through. That's why instead of staying in Phoenix to play golf, Tip should have got him on a plane and got him out to Utah ready to be able to deal with that and be ready to play. Utah is a tough place to go and play, man. Same thing with Denver. When you go over there, you got to be ready, man. That's why the West Coast trip is so tough because you got to deal with those different type of elements that you're not really used to dealing with as a player. Kevin Taylor, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. Coach said you can't small ball the whole season. You know what's crazy, Coach? I agree with that. I agree with that. You gotta make some adjustments, especially if you see the size is really causing some issues there. And you gotta understand, Marketing is what, 6'11"? Kessler, Walter Kessler, sorry, Kessler is what, 7 feet? John Collins is big too. What is John Collins? John Collins is about 6'10". So that's very similar to what you're going to see in Orlando, right? So once again, to your point, Coach, I agree with you. You got to change it up. You got to kind of see. And I thought also too, man. I thought Sims brought great energy tonight. He's battling down there. I thought him and Campaign, man, off the bench was great energy. I also like how Daddy A came and played defense too. He played well as well. Listen, I'm not mad. Tibbs is playing these guys. You can't get upset about that. He's playing these guys. I even thought Kohler came in and gave some decent minutes. But to your point, I do agree. You're gonna have to when you're seeing you're struggling on the glass like that, you're gonna have to bring in some bigger bodies. You just have to. That doesn't mean you can't still do you because Cat can still pop out and hit the three. You can still have the 5 out, but you're gonna have to bring a big body in there, whether it's Sims, Acapulco, or whomever. Coach Acapulco and Sims should have played more. Agreed. Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think they should have, just because the size was giving them problems. It just was. And I thought that I just think I saw early, like, you could tell what the team's going to look like first couple of minutes of the game. And I thought the first couple of minutes, I thought that they just didn't. They just seemed like they were sleepwalking, man. They just didn't seem to have it at all. And when you're playing in Utah and you're not, that's not good energy, man. Because them guys are gonna be ready to go. They're used to the altitude. They're used to all that stuff, so they're gonna be ready. Trust me, they are. And that's the thing with the home court advantage, right? So you got to be ready all the time. And so with that being said, yes, I do think he should have did that, but I think this is where Tibbs is kind of stuck at times with decisions that he wants to make on the court. And so I thought that that's something that they should have, of course, did better with, of course. Because this is why I say Cat needs to play some 4. Yes, agreed, man. I'm not knocking it. I've never disagreed with you on that. I think he definitely needs to play some 4. But moments in the game, of course, I don't think they should start off like that. But seeing how a team is playing and the things that's going on within the game, you got to make adjustments, man. You got to adjust based on how things look because we're trying to get wins here, right? So you don't want to be so stuck in what your rotations are that you're not saying, okay, cool, let me try this. It's not a matter of being scared. It's just a matter, okay, saying, cool, all right, let me see how this looks. Let me put Acapulco in. Let me put him on, on the big. Let Towns maybe play somebody like John Collins, because John Collins likes to, get in baseline. He's not that much of a threat offensively, like Marketing is. They could play OG Anunoby on Marketing, right? So you could do something like that. So I do see that also, right? But the thing is that he wants Josh Hart on the court all the time, man. All the time. How many minutes Josh Hart played tonight? He wants Josh Hart out there all the time, man. Yeah, Josh Hart played 41 minutes, man. He wants him on the court all the time. So then when are you going to sit down Bridges? That's not going to happen. He's making too much money. So I could see that only happening when, you do like rotations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But Kevin Taylor said Bridges should have played as many minutes as he did. He wasn't doing anything out there. Yeah, Bridges played bad tonight, man. He had a tough night, man. I think out of everybody, he looked the worst out there tonight. Because even his mid-range wasn't falling. One thing I was getting upset with him about, if you know your 3 in transition isn't falling, take it to the rack, man. Take it to the rack. Don't keep pulling for that shot. Don't keep doing that. And I thought that's where he started making mistakes. Like, he's going up, he's trying to shoot it, and then what happens with shots like that, it destroys your momentum. So I think the Knicks got a good turnover. They pushed it down, and he's like pulling for 3s in transition. Like, not saying he can't hit that shot because we've seen him hit it before, but if it's not falling tonight, you got to make that adjustment and say, okay, cool. Let me like take it to the rack. Let me finish in the Baja. Let me get some high percentage shots and do that. Let me not continue, chopping away at the tree and just trying to hit this 3 in transition. Like, it wasn't falling. And it wasn't just him. It wasn't falling for the whole team. You see the numbers right there. We shot 17 for 51 from the field from 3, man. 17 for 51. We took 51 threes. That's terrible tonight, man. Terrible. But this is just one of those games, man, because you can see it, right? We got beat in every aspect of the game tonight. Every aspect. They just had more turnovers than us. And because of the turnovers, that's why we were able to get back in the game. But they just play better than us tonight, man. Period. And as I'm watching the game, I'm seeing us trying to make a push in that third quarter. I love what Campaign did. I love what Sims did. Of course, OG Anunoby, I thought, played exceptional, right? So you're trying to find where you can get energy from to steal a game like this because they had it going offensively. They were 50% in both areas. The field, 3-point line, and I think from the free throw line, they shot, I think, almost 90% as well. Offensively, they just had it going. Period. It was no if it not. They shot 70% from the line. So Just was one of those games, man. One of those getting a frustrating game too. Frustrating game because this should have been an easy win, man. An easy win. And so when you see games like this, man, you're like, yo, come on, like you guys got to come ready to play. But that's why I think they're not ready yet. We're gonna have a great season. We're gonna have a great season. The finals, we're not ready yet because we're not mentally strong enough to when you go on Utah, you pull out wins like this. You don't go up there and just lay an egg. Like that doesn't happen to teams like that. You know, like teams like the Warriors, they win this game easy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're ready to go. They understand, you know, how to win games like this. They know how to win. We're still trying to figure that out because we're fairly a new team. So yes, I love our record. We're 9-7 now, but we can't just get up for the big teams. I guarantee you, we're gonna play better Monday, and I wouldn't be surprised if we win Monday. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if we win Monday and we win in Dallas. I would not be surprised if we run off 2 more. Right? But we can't get up for those good teams and then play down to like bad teams. Like that can't happen, man. And that's what I'm kind of seeing that pattern with us. And so that's something we have to get better with. Kevin Taylor, how come Sims does not get the ball when he's on a fast break in the middle of the paint? You know what's crazy? Kevin Taylor, I saw that play. I saw that play when Brunson had it and he got it a steal and Sims was trailing and he decided to dish it to Josh Hart that he wasn't ready. I don't know. It didn't work out. I felt he should have gave it to Hart. I mean, gave it to Sims trailing. But once again, maybe they don't trust him, man. They don't trust him to finish. They trust Akaporte to finish. He's proven that, but they don't trust Sims to catch it on a run like that and finish strong from a really close pass like that. Because the bang bang play when you do that. So you got to have really good hand-eye coordination, catch it, and finish. And I don't know, maybe Sims doesn't show that. I mean, these guys practice together, man. They know who's got weak points, who's got strong points. Where does this person do really well in spots when they get the ball here, right? All those things they know like each other's strengths and weaknesses. So, you know, maybe the players feel like if they do that to Sims, he's not. That's not really his thing, right? So he would probably drop the ball and lose it. So, you know, Brunson probably pass it to somebody he feels more confident with finishing. So, but this is one of those. This was a tough one tonight, man. This is a tough one, and this is a tough one that kind of makes you raise your eyebrow. Like, come on, man. Come on, like you don't lose to this team. You know, and the way this team shot and the way they played shows that the Knicks weren't ready to go at all. Tough win tonight, man. Tough loss. Excuse me. Tough loss. Tough loss. Tough loss tonight, man. Tough loss. Tough loss. Tough loss. Tough loss. Tough loss. You know, also too, I will say this: having a loss like this to a team like this is important because sometimes it makes you realize and identify that you're just not that good yet, right? And a lot of times with teams like this, meaning the Knicks, you can kind of get caught up in reading your own clippings, right? Your own clippings. So you come in here with a team like this that you know is tanking. Everybody know they're tanking for Cooper Flag. Everybody knows that. It's no secret. So you come in here and you kind of feel like you could just walk in here and get a win, man. And these guys are firing on all cylinders. Dun Rose, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys, 121 to 106. The Big Cat, double-double, 16.16 rebounds. Dun Rose says, no Precious, no Hartenstein, no Mitch, no Dante, no defense. It's a great point, man. That's a great point. Tonight, we definitely miss Mitch. Definitely miss Mitch. Because you need Mitch for a guy like Kessler. You need Mitch because Mitch is, you know, strong and sturdy in that Baja like that. And that's all Kessler likes to do. So Mitch would have been a problem for him. Big time. So it would allow Cat to kind of drift off a bit and kind of guard someone like Collins. So You definitely miss Mitch tonight. Precious, yeah. Hartenstein, yeah, but more so Mitch than anything. No Dante. Hey guys, you see what's out there, right? The Timberwolves are talking about trading Dante. Or they're open to hearing calls about that. That's insane, right? Remember, guys, you guys heard it first, man, here on LV Live Show. Remember I said it. I said, I don't think Dante's happy out there, man. I don't think he's happy at all. I don't think he wants to be there. I don't think he wanted to be traded. So this is maybe why he's not playing well. And now the reports are also, too, coming out that he is not happy with coming off the bench over there. So I don't know. I don't know how true that is with the bench piece, right? He said in New York that wasn't an issue. But they said he's got an issue with that out there in Minnesota. I think it's a bunch of things. I don't think he wants to be there. I think he's ruffling feathers probably. Like, they're like, all right, let's get rid of this guy. And so, once again, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I would not be surprised if he winds up being back with the Knicks. Not this year, of course. Maybe like another year or so. Not next season, maybe going into the season after. I wouldn't be surprised you see him back with the Knicks, man. Because he's not happy over there. But that's an insane report that came out, man, that the Timberwolves are interested in listening to calls about Dante. That's great. And the ill thing is that he was the reason that the deal was made. They was not doing that deal if they did not send Dante over there. So really, I don't even think it was really so much the Dante piece. I just think they wanted to get rid of Towns and his contract. And so they knew in order to get to this, all right, let's try to get more out of this. So that's why they asked for Dante. But now it's it's not really working out, man. So I don't know. That's going to be very, very interesting thing that happens. Dunn Rose, the Timberwolves might get rid of Dante, and after that, he is a free agent. Yeah, man. I think they might trade him. But here's the thing, Dunn Rose. He's a free agent when, though? When is he a free agent? Is he a free agent next year? 25-26 season. Is he a free agent then? Or is he a free agent the season of 26-27? When is he a free agent, sir? Because if he's a free agent next year, I would not be surprised if he comes back to the Knicks on a player-friendly deal. I just wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back. With that New York on his jersey, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back over here. But guys, put in the chat. Let me know what's his contract. I don't have it right in front of me. Guys, just put it in the chat. Let me know what his contract is, because I think that's a real possibility, man. That he'll be back at MSG, man, playing for the good guys. So yeah. Tough loss to them boys. 121-106. Also, too, man, I think that when you play a game like this and all the things that pretty much transpired during this game, you learn a lot about yourself as a team. Even though Towns didn't have it going, I liked his activity, right? He didn't let the fact that he was missing shots really impact how hard he was playing, because I thought Towns was playing hard. I didn't think he was, so I think the whole soft thing with him is finished. I don't think he's a soft guy at all, because tonight he didn't have it going offensively. I believe he was 1 for 7 for 3. Just make sure I got that correctly, because I think he was 1 for 7. He didn't shoot well at all from 3. Yeah, he was 1 for 7, 1 for 9 for 3, and 6 for 19 from the field. So offensively, he did not have it going, right? He was actually, Towns was a minus 34 tonight, right? So he didn't have it going. But during the game, I didn't feel that way. Like I didn't feel that way. I felt that, his energy was good. He was playing hard. He was going to the rack. He was trying to do everything he could to still help the team win, even though his shot wasn't falling. So I do love that. Once again, that's what I said. You learn a lot about your team and who you have. And so that's something positive that I did like from what I saw from Towns tonight. Coach said Minnesota needed to make a financial trade, and Dante was a better option than Mitch. Yeah, man. I mean, I do agree with that. I do know that they had to get off of Towns. They could not make that deal. Excuse me, not to make that deal. I knew they had to get off of Towns because he was making too much money, and I knew that they were trying to get out of the second apron piece, or avoid it, or whatever. So I wasn't surprised, but I knew that. I think they knew the Knicks wanted Towns for the longest, right? The talks were that they've been in talks with him, or talks with Minnesota, the Knicks, for a very long time in regards to Towns. So they knew how bad the Knicks wanted Towns. So what they did is they said, okay, we know you're down a big man in iHeart, and Mitch ain't going to be back to January. So, hey, man, remember that Towns deal? Let's do it. But, hey, also, too, we want Dante. So I don't even think – I think they like Dante, but they didn't need Dante to make the deal, right? So I think that was just to stick it to the Knicks because they knew that the Knicks wanted to make the deal. They knew the Knicks needed to make the deal, and they were desperate. But if this talks about Dante getting traded is true, that tells you that it wasn't really a big deal for them to have him. They just was doing that because they could. Dunrow says, I meant to say Timberwolves might have released Dante and get rid of his contract this year, and then he's a free agent. I don't know, but I don't know if they're going to release him, Dunrow. They're going to want a profit out of him because he's that good of a player. So I could see them trading him, right? I see them trading him, but not. I don't see them releasing him. Coach, they are not going to eat that deal. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're going to trade for something. They're going to trade for something. Denver says Tibbs has Leon at gunpoint because ain't no way a defensive-minded coach cannot convert his players to play amazing defense. Has Tibbs lost his mind, or is he doing this on purpose? I don't think Tibbs is doing this on purpose, man. I don't think that. I think Tibbs is still trying to figure it out too, man. This is probably the best team Tibbs has had, like I said, since that Derrick Rose team. When the Bulls lost to the Cavs. That's when Derrick Rose won MVP that year. This is probably the best team since that. This is the best team he's had since then. So I don't think that. I just think he's still trying to figure things out. That's what I think. I think he's still trying to figure things out. Right? This is not an easy thing to do. So I think that he's trying to figure out where these guys fit, what rotations are like. And remember also, too, he's shorthanded, too. The positive thing is that I saw Deuce. Deuce was shooting jump shots, man. Pre-game. So hopefully Deuce is back. They said he's got runner's knee or something like that. Runner's knee. I don't know what that is, man. I never heard of that. So I gotta look that up. I think they said he had runner's knee or something. That's what it's called, whatever he's dealing with as far as his knee goes. But I saw him pregame, man. He looked good knocking down shots. So you just gotta wait for him to get back. And of course, Mitch and Precious, right? I think we'll be better. The campaign's been holding down the fort, man. He's been playing really, really, really well, man. Yeah, 11 points tonight, man. He was a +2. He played 31 minutes tonight, man. I like the fact that Tibbs rolled with him down the stretch because he was the one really playing hard, man. He rewarded him for how well he was playing. He only had 11 points, but he had to get 6 rebounds and 5 assists. His impact can't be measured by that. They say he was a +2. I think he was more than that. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 121-106. in Utah. Coaches, they didn't really want Dante. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think so. I think they just did that to stick it to the Knicks, man. Coach Tom is waiting for Mitch. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Mitch is his guy, man. You know, Mitch. Also, too, that thing about the Knicks moving Mitch, that's not happening. Mitch is too, valuable to what it is that we need to do, especially for that second unit. Donovan said the coach for the Timberwolves was smart for not wanting Mitch from the Knicks. Yeah, because why would they do that? And they got Gobert and Naz Reid, and they don't need another big. Jazz defense was superb. I don't know if their defense was superb, man. I'm not gonna say we just missed a lot of shots, man. You know what I'm saying? We missed a lot of shots like that we usually make. Town shot an air ball from 3, man. When have you seen that all year? He shot straight on 3-point shot. That joint's been water all year. Shot a straight air ball. So I think it's just one of those nights, man, where you gotta come ready to go. Period. You can't be like coming to a game just not really, overlooking your opponent. And I felt like tonight that's what happened. So I think that's, just one of these games, man, where you got to get up for teams like this. And this is why the league is tough, because when you're on these road trips, it's easy to get rocked to sleep. Right? When you walk into a building and this team stinks. And then you get up in there and you kind of going through the motions or sleepwalking, and they coming in lighting it up. Now you got to wake up. It's hard to do that. Collins was punishing hard. Yeah, Collins was getting busy tonight, man. He looked like Collins from the Hawks. He looked like him that got all that money, man, because of how well he was playing with the Hawks. How well he played in that playoff series. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought they had it going, man, and we didn't. We came in sleepwalking, they weren't. Knicks 100 GM Brunson missed a few open shots. Yeah, man, listen, I didn't think Brunson played well tonight. Even though the stats say something different, I just think he didn't play well at all. I don't think Bridges played well. I don't think Hart played well. Nobody really played well at all, man. Only 2 people that played well, the shining spots tonight, of course, was OG Anunoby, 27 points. I thought he was at another phenomenal game. And Cam Payne, I thought, has been exceptional coming off the bench. His energy is just infectious, like I've said before. So him coming off the bench and really kind of being with that energy and just being like a spark plug to what it is that we want to do as far as the energy, I thought was exceptional. So, Jeremy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys, 121 to 106. The Big Cat, 16 points, 16 rebounds. Big Sims, 12-19. Yo, listen, Knicks 100 GM, man, listen, Sims been playing well, man. Sims has been playing well. I don't, once again, I sound like a broken record, but everybody plays better when somebody's breathing down your neck for playing time. And and nothing's guaranteed, because I said before, and I'm going to say it again, this is his time now to prove that he still needs to be on his team and deserves another contract. Because when Mitch comes back, he's not playing at all. At all. So now's the time for him to step it up. And he started off slow. Akaporti kind of lit a fire underneath his you-know-what. Sims is playing a lot better. Defensively, he's playing better. He's finishing strong at the rim. He's rebounding better. He's playing a whole lot better. So, yeah, Sims plus 19 tonight, man. I thought he played well tonight. I thought he played really, really well. I thought, but all in all, man, I thought, the bench unit has been playing well, man, as of late, especially, spearheaded by Cam Payne. We haven't really felt Deuce's absence because of how well Cam Payne has been playing. So that's a good thing to see, right? Because I wouldn't be surprised if Deuce is back Monday. especially how he looked in warm-ups today. Or pregame shooting, pregame shoot around, how well he looked. So I wouldn't be shocked if Deuce is back Monday, especially against Denver. Nah, bro, Sims been ill. Negative. That's not happening. He hasn't been, man. That's a fact that since Akaporte came in and he's been playing really well, Sims has upped his play. He's been playing really, really well in these last this 5-game stretch here. He's looked better, man. He just has. Knicks 100 GM said, y'all just couldn't see it like I did. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we all say the same thing because everybody's saying the same thing. The whole Knicks universe has been saying the same thing about Sims prior to these last 5 games. And I thought he's been playing exceptionally well. Exceptional. I got to take my hat off to him, man. He's really, really stepped up his play. So that's good to see. But I think once the Knicks start getting these reinforcements back, they said Precious just starting to practice with the team. Deuce looks like he's coming back. So hopefully we can get those guys back at the perfect time, right? I could probably see Precious coming back possibly after Thanksgiving. I think he'll be back probably around that time, especially if he's practicing with the team. I think Deuce will be back Monday. And so then hopefully we can really have a legit bench. And I think, believe it or not, I think we're missing Precious's energy in his defense. Big time. Oh, yeah. Listen, Sims been playing well, man. He's been playing well. But yeah, I definitely think when Mitch comes back, that's going to change a lot of things. And I think we're going to skyrocket. Now, of course, it's going to take Mitch a while to get back physically wise. But, you see he's on a road trip, right? So he's there, keeping that camaraderie, being around the team, working out, still developing. So that means he's close. That means he's really close. So I don't think he's coming back December, though. I would say more so January or even after the All-Star break. But if Mitch is on a road trip, that means he's close. That means he's close to coming back. And if he does, that's fabulous because we definitely need reinforcements, man, coming off that bench. But I do think that our campaign is solidified. He's going to be in rotation. So when Mitch comes back, I think it's going to be them 4. It's going to be Campaign, Deuce, Precious, and Mitch. I think that's how it's going to go. Those 4. I think Tibbs is going to play 9. Knicks 100 GM said Mitch ain't coming back. He out of here. You don't think he's coming back this year? I think you're way off, sir. Way off. I understand you love Sims. I get it. But man, you're way off here. Mitch is coming back this year. Mitch is coming back. Big time. Pelicans, here I come. You think the Pelicans make that deal for Mitch? Negative. Hey, man, you guys see that the reports out there, man, if you guys didn't know, that Zion dropped CAA. And they say the reports are allegedly that he dropped CAA because he's upset with them that they were unable to get a deal done to get him to New York. You hear that? I'm going to say it again. This is all alleged that Zion dropped CAA, and the reason why he dropped CAA is because they were unable to work out a deal to get him out of New Orleans and get him to New York. He wanted to come up here. He wanted to play in the Mecca. We didn't want him. But you know what's ill about that? And I'm going to say this, right? About the whole Zion piece. I've spoken about this before. It's the same mindset with the whole Cat thing, right? We didn't want Cat either. because random. But who knows, man? Maybe Zion comes up here, man, and he's like, he locked in. This is where he wants to be. Maybe he's tanking out there in New Orleans. Everyone's saying players are purposely tanking. Maybe he's another one. Maybe he's another fellow tanker. Maybe he's tanking out there because he don't want to be there. Next one is just Zion with all this pizza and cheesecake. Yeah, man, you know what's ill, man. I've made jokes like that about him before on my show. But hey, man, he really wanted to come here. Allegedly, based on the reports that are out there that's kind of circulating around in the NBA universe, right? So I don't know. So I don't know, man. Zion might have been tanking too, man. Zion might have been tanking too. I don't know. Yeah, Big Taz said there. Yeah, Big Taz did say that last game. He said Dante is taking. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, he's not happy in Minnesota, man. He's not happy there. Man, but I'm not surprised though, man. Who wants to be in Minnesota, man? Who wants to be in Minnesota? Who wants to be in Utah playing? Like, no one wants to do that. I don't care how much cheese you get. No, come on, man. Eventually, you want to kind of be someplace nice where you could raise your family, especially, Utah, man. What's out in Utah, man? Like in the middle of nowhere. Say they were Minnesota. It's too cold up there, man. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he's taking. And then I think I wouldn't be surprised if Zion's out there taking. That's why he's gaining weight, pulling hamstrings every 2 games. Maybe that's the sign he's trying to let the Pelicans know I'm trying to get up out of here. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. If it's your first time coming through to my channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 121-106. Jalen Brunson, 23 points, 8 assists. Next on is Dante's Field. He's a huge part of this turnaround, LV. Nah, agreed. He didn't want to leave, man. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to be here with his boys. And that's all valid, man. It's all valid. Davidson said Bridges played like hot garbage tonight, right? What was he thinking? Yo, man, he played bad tonight, man. He played real bad. And then, like I said earlier, man, he's coming down, pulling up for threes in transition. Like, you got to be able to identify if I got it going tonight. Like if I'm off tonight, sometimes you just have an off night. And he kept on shooting it. There was one time we kind of had a little momentum going. We got a steal. They swung it to him. He's pulling for a 3. I'm like, yo, my man, why are you pulling for that? Take it to the rack. Or if not, pull up for a closer little floater. But your 3 ain't falling tonight, my man. The corner 3 he knocked down. But that joint on the run, excuse me, not even on the run. I apologize. In transition, that 3 he's trying to pull in transition is not falling, man. It's not falling. You got to make an adjustments to your game. You got to say, all right, look, let me take it to the rack. This guy, it's just got to think, man. Knicks and 100 James, I think Dante was really hurt by being traded. Yeah, man, listen, I mentioned that, man. I've been saying it. I don't think he wants to be there, man. So I'm not surprised of the talks or what's out there in the NBA universe that Dante is not happy coming off the bench, and they're talking about him. They're telling teams that he's a possibility. He might be, he might be on a trade block. You know who I see a team taking a swing at him? Golden State. I see Golden State taking a swing at Dante, man, and trying to bring him back. That's what I would do. Mick Swagger, man, I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight, man. Truly, truly appreciate it. Big loss for them boys tonight on the road, 121-106. The Big Cat, double, 16 points, 16 rebounds. David Smith says, Knicks look like they came in here thinking it would be an easy one. Took the Jazz lightly. Agreed, sir. I said that earlier. Agreed. They look like they were sleepwalking, man. Sleepwalking. This league is too tough, man. You can't come in here thinking that you got an easy win against anybody. Anybody. This is the third team that they should have beat that they walked in there lollygagging. I use the old school word. You know what I'm saying? Like they did that. Like they did it against the Rockets. They weren't focused. They lost. They did it against Atlanta, another team they should have beat. They did it tonight. It's known around the league that Utah's tanking because they want to get Cooper Flag. It's known. So they're not, they're going to play their guys, but come on, man. You can't be coming over there. You got to take it to these dudes. And they showed it because they was up by 17 and the Knicks came back. So as bad as the Knicks played, the Knicks had a chance to win this game. This league is tough, man. You got to be ready to play every night. You can't take no days off, man. No breaks. I don't care how much a team stinks. You can't take them lightly, man. And I thought tonight they took these boys lightly, man. And that's what happened. You're going to lose. Knicks 100 GM said Bridges' defense just as bad as Quickly's. Was I trying to tell you? Listen, man, I don't think so, man. I don't think his defense was bad, man. I just thought he had an off night tonight altogether. Like his decision making was just bad. But it wasn't just him. Everybody played bad. Even though Brunson had good numbers, I didn't think he played well either. Once again, I think the whole team, outside of OG Anunoby, Sims, and Campaign, was ready to play. I don't think anybody was ready to play tonight. Nobody. Mick Swagger says, do you think the Knicks are better after the trade? Agreed. We're definitely better. They're definitely better. We're just Mick Swagger. We're still adjusting to this team. You know what I mean? We're still adjusting in all aspects, man. I think we're ready. Now, ready for what? I think Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think we're ready for the finals yet. We're not there yet. We still got to grow as a team. I give us like another year or so, and we'll be ready for that. We still got to build, and we're still building, right? Because really good teams that are ready, they don't lose to a team like this at all. I don't care how good this team is shooting. If you have an off night, you figure out a way to win, and you win those games, period. David Smith said the Knicks should have beaten the Bulls, Hawks, and Utah. Agreed. The Bulls also, David Smith. I'm glad you stated that. That's what I'm saying. So they're like, that's what I mean that they're not ready yet. Because those teams that should be beaten, they're better than all those teams. But you go in there kind of sleepwalking, not being ready, and this is what happens. Like with the Bulls, it was a back-to-back. Right? They just did not seem focused. Then tonight, they came from Phoenix. Remember, Cat said he's going to play golf, right? So these guys are on lock. Tip should have said, no, we're on a plane right now. We got to get used to this altitude in Utah. You want to golf in Utah? We'll golf in Utah. I don't know how much golfing you're going to get in because, it's snowing out, but let's get ready for that altitude. If you want to golf, go to Top Golf in Utah. Like, that's what should have happened, right? But it didn't. And you saw a team that was not ready at all. Gideon, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss on the boys, 121-106. OG Anunoby, 27 big points. Knicks 100 GM says Pac-Man looks ready, LV. Yo, Dottie A, man, he does, man. He does. He's only 18, man. I think he's ready too. I think he's ready. But Tibbs gonna give him a hard time, man. But Tibbs is playing him, though. Tibbs is playing him. What I love what he's doing defensively. Like I'm seeing like he's taking coaching well, and Tibbs is working on him, and he's kind of understanding like the intensity that you need to play in this league. The only way you're going to get better is you got to play. And so, believe it or not, what's going to hurt him is when Deuce comes back, when Precious definitely comes back, and when Mitch comes back. Then that kid's not going to see no time. He's going to be in the G League. So I do think he has a lot of upside, though. But I don't think this is going to be his year. I think next year he's going to come around, and then the year after that, Like his third year in the league, I think he's going to be ready. I think he's going to be ready. If he's ready next year, then that's something different. But I think his third year, he's going to be ready to go. McSwagger says a lot of parity in the league, right? Any team can win on any given night. Agreed, man. This league is no joke. Like a perfect example. The guy's name, I think his name is Johnny Juzag. He was cooking tonight. You left him open for three, man. He was banging him. He was like 4 for 7 tonight for three. He had 12 points off the bench. I said, yo, who is this? That's how nice this league is, man. Nice. So you can't sleep on anybody, man. Dudes coming off the bench, lighting it up. You like, yo, who is this guy, man? The Pacers too, right? Yeah, they should have beat them too, man. They ain't come ready to play, man. Same thing. Same thing. Deuce and Mitch for Marcus Smart for January. No, David Smith. I'm not doing that. Why would you give up a legit big that's well accomplished in this league? And Mitch is. For an aging defender who's older than both of these cats. And Deuce, there's no way I'm giving up Deuce. No way. He's young. We got him on a great contract. There's no way they move off of Deuce for Marcus Smart. No way. It's a bad move. This was an eyesore, right? Jazz sang a tune and look. Yeah, man, this was a bad game, man. You know, getting this ill because as I was watching this game, my stomach was hurting, man. I was like, yo, this is bad. Like, this is just because they were shooting bricks. They shot. Let me show you, man. This is what they shot from the field. Shot 39% from the field, 17 for 51 from three, man. That's 33%. They got out-rebounded 52-40. And as far as the assists, they beat us in assists. We were 3 straight games over 30 assists. We only had 25 tonight. But that's a big reason. But a big reason for it was only 25 assists. Guys were missing shots. Because, guys, tonight, let's be honest. Tonight, we got all the shots we wanted. We got a lot of good looks. A lot of good looks. Perfect example. Cat had his wide open three. He's been making that all year. Money. He shot a straight air ball from the top of the key. That tells you we didn't have it tonight. At all. David Smith says Precious is an important bench piece. He is, sir. He is. Giddey's got to burn this game into the file and prepare for the Nugs. Yeah, agreed. Pac-Man ready now. If it was any other team, he would be Rookie of the Year. Yeah, man. I mean, agreed, but it's tough, man. Tibbs is tough, man. Tibbs is tough. It's tough to play for Tibbs, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think the kid's coming around. Remember, he's only 18, guys. He's not like 22 or 23 years old. He's only 18. So give him time, man. Give him time. Let him develop. Marcus is only 30. Yeah, man. But still, I'm not giving up. You're giving up Mitch, who's a legit big in this league. Legit. And you're giving up a rising young player in Deuce that we got a bargain deal on. Because believe it or not, the way he's been playing, if he plays like this for the rest of the year, he might be looking at like iHeart numbers. Not the same, but his pay scale is going to go through the roofs. For any team that's going to want a guy like that come off the bench to fill it up. So for Marcus Smart, it's this no. Gideon says Smart is a brick machine in the playoffs too. Yeah, man. I'm not. I love Smart. I love his game, but for Mitch and Deuce, no, that's a lot. That's a lot. I wouldn't even trade Deuce straight up for him. I wouldn't do that. No way. No way I would do that. Gideon says, tell me about it. New York's up and down, 5-64 win streak. Right, Rich. Losing to yeah, man, that's tough. It's tough loss. Huck, Dottie, and Kolek needs to be used more. Gideon agreed. Agreed. It's going to be hard for Huck or Porty now because Sims is playing better, man. Sims is playing better, and that's all Tibbs needed to see. Tibbs sees what Sims is doing. It's going to be hard for Huck or Porty to get on the court now. They're going to send him down to the G League. It's going to be hard, man, because Sims is playing better, man. He is. I got to give him that. David Smith says, Marcus Smart's elite defender and passer and can score and is a winning player. We are a win-now team in 3-year title window. That's why I want Smart. Agreed, man. I mean, I understand that, but once again, man, are you going to give up Deuce is one of the young rising stars on the team, man. And then Mitch, like that's a lot for Marcus Smart. You would put Mitch and Deuce and somebody else and some picks in a deal for an all-star, not for a guy like that. He's a good role player in this league, a really, really good role player. He's not a star in this league. You know, OG was dynamite tonight. Yeah, OG's been playing well, right? No, he might be like a sneaky third pick to be on an all-star team. Because you know Brunson and Towns are going. What if OG Anunoby makes it sneaky, like a last resort? Maybe someone gets hurt and he comes in as an all-star sub. He's playing really, really well. LV ain't feeling Smart. Yeah, man, it's not that I'm not feeling him on Knicks on the GM. I like Marcus Smart. I do. I just don't know if I'm giving up Deuce and Mitch for basically another good or really good role player. Like that's a lot. Especially Mitch and Deuce are younger than him. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot of upside. I was saying we started a 5-6 4-game win streak, lost to the Bulls, Jazz, Pacers, and Hawks. Yeah, those are all teams we should have beat, man. But we're 9-7. We're 9-7. You know, I think we're fine. We just got to play up. We can't play down to the talent, man. The same mindset we went into Phoenix with, and of course, when we played the Heat, like all them teams, we got to keep that mindset locked in. And when we play Philly, like same thing. We can't be going into these teams that stink and just be lollygagging because that's what's happening. Gideon says, I would love Cam Thomas. Yeah, man. Yo, man. I like him too, man, but he's a nut, right? All he do is shoot. He don't listen, man. You gotta pass too. He doesn't pass at all. Every time he get the rock, he looking to score. Period. Yo, my man, he ain't. Every time he get the pill, I'm like, yo, he's shooting. He's looking for any angle he can, and when he get trapped, that's the only time he pass. David Smith, OG can average 20. Yeah, he can, man. He can. He's playing really, really well this year. The OG may win most improved player. Yeah, man, he's playing really, really well this year, man. He's playing really, really well this year. Really well. It takes about 20 to 25 games to develop chemistry. Agreed, man. Agreed. That's why I'm not really too worried. My main thing, David Smith, is just that, like, you can't lose to teams like this, man. Like, that can't happen. It's the same thing with the Hawks. Like, you got to come ready to play all the time. You can't be, like, picking and choosing when you want to get up for games. Like, we're not there yet to where we can take our foot off the gas and then come back and win a game. We're not mentally strong yet like that as a team, and the chemistry is not solid enough to where we're able to pull games out like that. Because you see, like I saw it early, like first quarter, I said, "Yo, we don't look good. We don't look good at all. We don't look ready to play." And then honestly, in the game, what lost us the game was the second quarter. I think we lost the second quarter 38-23. Yep, we lost the second quarter 38-23. And that's the ball game. That's the ball game. Gideon says, true. I won't panic yet. Christmas is when I make my analysis. Christmas, huh? I say more January, man. January, like right there. That's like midway, right? January is when I really kind of see exactly what we are. Yeah, he's a ball hog, man. Yeah, he's a ball, yo, man. He's a nut, man. He don't want to pass at all, and he's not gonna be cool coming off the bench neither. Like he's already averaging like 20 something. He want to go someplace where he can light it up. He ain't trying to go. Now, don't get me wrong. Let's say if he goes to a team like, all right, boom. Let's say he goes to a team like the Heat, right? Does he play over Rozier? Does he do that? Because they could use some offense. Is he going to play well with a guy like Jimmy Butler and those guys? But then again, he would have a hard time, man, because that Heat coach is different. You gotta, you know how things are down there. Pat the Rat is old school, man. He's old school, so like he don't. Like the whole Heat thing. I don't know if you guys know. You know how it is over there, right? Like if you're not playing, you still got to remain in game shape. So there's times, from what I hear, I don't know how true it is, but when the guys on the bench don't play or they don't get in, when everybody leaves, those guys play like a game like after. They play a whole game against like backups. Like they play like against like a G League team. They play a regular game. It's like something crazy like that. And then you got to be like a certain amount of weight. Like you can't be overweight. You got to be in like top tier shape to play with the Heat. Like they don't play with certain things. Like at all. Like if they don't play, they better be ready because they're playing a game like right after that. Like it's ill how they do things. So when you go down there and play for them dudes, you got to be a certain type of cat to play with them. Like mentally. You know what I'm saying? LV ain't feeling Cam Titney yet, man. He's a ball hog, man. He don't pass the rock, man. I play with dudes like that, man. I think that's why I got issues with it. Them guys don't see nothing, man. They got blinders on. Dunrow said the Knicks are not a 48-minute players team right now. Yeah, man, just give them time, Dunrose. They're still developing. Tough loss tonight, man, against a team that's tanking. But this is what happens, man, when you don't come ready to go in this league. You lose to teams like Utah. The early game in Utah, time difference, no excuses for this, though. No, yes and no, man, because that does have an impact, though, David Smith, and the altitude. Remember, Utah is right, basically the same. They might even be higher than Denver as far as altitude goes. But this is why I said earlier, David Smith, that Tip should have never let them play golf, man. But then that's hard to do because these guys are NBA guys. But you don't let them play. You say, yo, you want to play golf? We play golf in Utah. Like, because I need to get you guys ready for what it's going to be like playing over there. Because it ain't so much the team. It's the matter of like the altitude and all that stuff that comes with playing there. You got to be ready, man. JW, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But JW, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight. Tough loss for them boys. On the road in Utah, 121 to 106. The Big Cat, 16.16 rebounds. Gideon says January's a good month, man. Full of assessments, man. Yeah, January's a good point, man. JW, I really worry about Bridges, man. He looks like he does. Yeah, man. I think. Let me say this. I think Bridges has played well this year, even though he's not playing the best defensively. I think he's doing everything else. I think tonight was a bad game for him. The reality of him is this. This is just the truth. He's never going to be able to live up to how many picks the Knicks gave up to get him. And that's not him saying those picks. That was Brooklyn pretty much pulling, a BS move, a Danny Ainge move, because they know that the Knicks really wanted him. And the Knicks gave it up to get him. So now everybody's saying, yo, you gave up 5 picks for it. No, it ain't that. He's a perfect fit. everybody's still adjusting. It's still early, man. It's still early. He said it. He said it the other game. It's still early, man. So he's still adjusting, and I think it's coming around. He's been playing well as of late. Tonight he just played bad, but I think he's fine. I don't really think he's. All right, let me say this. What are we? What are we? 16 games in, right? 16 games in. 16 games into a season, it's never that good and it's never that bad, right? It's never as bad as you think, and it's never as good as you think. It's too early to make that determination. That's why I'm not jumping out the window on the guy. But he's never going to be able to live up to those picks that we gave up for him. Period. He's just not. And I think that that's the issue. Fans are looking at him like, yo, we gave up this amount for this guy. He should be doing this. He should be doing that. Yo, he's not even an all-star. So I think that's the thing. Right? So I still think he's a good piece to what it is that we want to do. I do, man. I think he's going to play really, really well for us. But it's still too early to just throw the guy out and be like, yo, he stinks. And that's what everyone's doing. Bridges is obviously the weakest link. I don't know, man. I don't agree with that. David Smith said 2 days rest also seemed to kill the Knicks' momentum. Yeah, man, I'm not too crazy about that rest, man. Like I said it before, man, I really think that, Tibbs should have brought them early, man. Brought them earlier to Utah. Gideon says, I do think Mikal Bridges will be fine. I think Bridges needs to just let the game come to him and stop getting in his head. Right. Agreed. Gideon says, I will give him until the playoffs to fully assess Bridges. Where's BKLA, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss on the boys, 121 to 106. Wiz said, yo, man, what? What was that, man? And Brunson hit 3 for 18 for 3, and Bridges, and it would be 4. Yeah, man, it was bad. It was a bad night tonight, man. It was a bad night. The reality is this, Wiz, you can't go in the league and just think that you could just walk into a building and just you're going to get a win. It doesn't go like that. You got to come ready to play. I don't care how much the team stinks at all. And I think that that's what the Knicks did tonight. And they got waxed tonight. Period. They went in there sleepwalking, man, and you can't do that in this league. David Smith said, Knicks traded away 6 first-rounders and mortgaged their future for Bridges. I still believe in him. Agreed, man. Agreed. Like, but that's not, but David Smith, man, he'll never be able to live up to that, man. Never. Things like that you do for guys like Giannis and LeBron, right? So that's how people are looking at it. But it's not his fault. That's what the Knicks decided to do for him. You know what I'm saying? Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys. 121 to 106. Jalen Brunson, 23 big points. I wanted Marketing and Kessler this past offseason. I don't know, man. I'm not too crazy about those guys. I think they had a good night. You know what I'm saying? But are they real difference makers? I think Marketing's good. Is Marketing better than Cat? I don't think so. I don't think he's better than Cat. I think he's good, but I don't think he's better than Cat at all. I've seen Marketing play quite a few times, and he's looked like garbage, man. Like he's looked like he appears and disappears. Sometimes he's not consistent like that. And Kessler, same thing. Like, if Mitch was there, he wouldn't even be an issue, man. So, these guys, they pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, when they want to be good. So that's why, that's a perfect example. That's why the Jazz are tanking for Cooper Flag. Which says those two for Mikal. Man, see, that's tough. Why you gonna say that, man? Everybody gonna say yeah because of how Bridges is playing right now. But question: because we got to be honest here. It sounds good, but is it a good fit? Is Kessler better than Mitch? I don't think so. I've seen Kessler get pushed around and get bullied in that Baja. I've seen that happen, man. So I've never seen that happen to Mitch. Never. So is Kessler better than Mitch? I don't think so. Is Marketing better than Cat? I don't think so. Because those guys play the same position. I'm thinking about these guys that play the same position. And how big is Marketing? Is Marketing 7 feet? He's 6'11". So he's not as big as Cat. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But those guys, and then also too, here's the other dynamic too, guys. You guys gotta understand, right? How would these guys do playing in New York? See, it's easy now, right? It's easy playing in Utah when no one's watching. No one cares. How are you going to do on the biggest stage in the league? The biggest stage in the league. How do you do with that? I put it to you like this. The Cavs would be licking their chops if we got Kessler over there instead of Mitch. They would be so happy. So would the Orlando Magic. Yes, Kessler's better than Mitch. Mitch is injury prone and has zero offensive skills. I don't think he's better than Mitch defensively, though, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think what I'm saying is Kessler has had good moments, right? But he's not an intimidator like Mitch is. I've seen this guy get pushed in that Baja, man, thrown around like a rag doll. I've seen it. And I said, oh, no. I'm good on him. Because it's cool when they have a good night, right? Like, you're like, all right, yo, he's him. But I look at all the games. I watch everybody. There was a highlight up there. I don't know who it was of Kessler getting banged on, like something crazy. Like somebody was just babying him in that Baja. That's never happened to Mitch, man. It's never happened to Mitch getting babied down there, man. He gives Embiid problems in that Baja, man. Embiid. And we know who Embiid is. Well, now he's just shut up himself, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. So it's yes, we could jump out the window and say, yeah, we want those guys because of how good they played tonight. But there's a reason why they're what are they? What are they? 4-13 or something like that? 4-13, 4-12, whatever their record is. So these guys aren't making that big of an impact. So I'm happy with my team, man. I'm happy with my team. It's a tough loss tonight. Tough loss to a team that stinks. But hopefully they'll wake up and they'll be ready to go on Monday. All right? But listen, guys, that's my show, all right? But listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man, on this Saturday after this tough loss. So I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. If it's your first time coming through or you're watching this on replay, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, they're coming through again, first time through. Or if you're just coming through and you're a regular, leave comments, right? Because I do respond to comments. All right? But I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. I will be back Monday night to discuss the Denver Nuggets game. So hopefully we can pull it out there in Mile High City, man. Mile High. It's going to be another tough one. So hopefully they're on the plane now, getting ready and flying over there and get used to that altitude, man, because it's going to be crazy up there in the Mile High City. All right? But listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, all right? I'm LV Live. Peace.